So Dino's getting a bunch of this old nasty chicken. Dino. But alligators have no problem eating carrion. They'll eat rotting, dead stuff. They eat roadkill. When they get a big hunk of something, like if they take down something like a deer, they will take it and stuff it up underneath the tree roots to eat it a couple days later, like their own little personal fridge down there. So their stomachs have no problem handling all the nasty bacteria and everything else. That's why I'm wearing a glove today. He is very excited. Hey, buddy. And he got his thiamine pills inside of one of these pieces.
And when do we think we're going to do surgery?
So we are talking about doing his surgery to remove the lead weight inside of him. There you go. Now he's getting a little more calm. Maybe next month. You know?
Well, now we're planning on doing the removal before the chelation therapy.
So we were talking about doing the chelation therapy first because he was feeling so terrible, but now that he's feeling good, we're talking about doing the surgery first since he's obviously doing great. You know, before he was like half dead. Like, you know, I mean, we literally thought he was gonna die multiple times. But now that he's like coming after me and he's all full of life and great appetite and everything, we're thinking we could do the surgery first and then do the chelation therapy after. So maybe we can end up doing his surgery in the next month or so. Dino. There you go. Open your mouth. He's gonna eat this whole bucket. He needs it though. I mean, this gator here, he could stand to gain another 150 pounds easily. I think more. To fill him out. Dino. Another one? Oh, there you go.
That back leg still floats a little weird, huh?
Yeah. You can see he's lifting his tail too to counterbalance as he's going to eat everything.
So we have two big male alligators, both with leg injuries, likely from other gators.
Yeah. Yeah. So when they get into a fight with one another, usually the aggressor is trying to... So what'll often happen is, you know, there's a more dominant one or the aggressor and the other one is fleeing, right? So the aggressor usually ends up biting the tail and then the one fleeing spins around and bites the leg. And so, I mean, I'm not saying 100% that's what happened, but that is often what happens. Dino.
So we think that they might continue the aggressors?
Yes.
Really?
That would make sense. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what happened. You know, I'm just obviously speculating here, but it definitely would make sense. Although in Dino's case, with the lead and his neurological issues from that, it also just makes sense another just gator came up and grabbed him while he was sick. You know, and that could have grabbed him anywhere.
I mean, he was so sick, and that was a relatively fresh injury, so that would make way more sense.
Yeah, I think that would make more sense. But, you know, the scenario I just described, I have seen that play out quite a few times. So it could be either way. Like, he wants more, man. That was a 5-gallon bucket full of chicken he just completely wiped all on his own. So he's good. I usually don't wear the glove, but yeah, again, that chicken had been sitting out. We were going to feed that yesterday, but we just got caught up in all these surgeries. You know, it was the fox surgery, the pig spay, x-raying Big Mac and Bella, and it was just like a non-stop day. So that chicken ended up sitting out. It is stinky. You guys are lucky you can't smell through the camera because it is nasty. But for them, again, they eat rotting meat in the wild. That's what they do. So as you can see, he definitely does not mind. So Akila's 1-year anniversary is today. if you guys are like, wow, there's a lot of anniversaries. It is, because we got our permit and then immediately got a bunch of animals, okay? Like once we got our permit, boom, we got Bella, we got Akila. Big Mac's anniversary is coming up in a couple of days here too. So like it all kind of happened all at once. So now is the anniversary time. All right, that's a huge piece. Let me try to give her something. Oh, these are all massive. Here, here's a better one. Akila. There you go, big girl. So, you know, coming up on all these 1-year anniversaries, I've had a lot of people asking like, oh, have you accomplished your goals of having them for a year? And yes and no. I mean, I think we've come really, really far for having these animals for a year. At the same time, we've also only had them for like 6 months because of the winter. You know, I mean, the winter, like really, it knocked out 6 months of not being able to really work with her at all. The gators, we got to do not much, but at least a little bit more because they were more cold tolerant. But it's definitely been a learning experience, you know, for us to realize like, wow, we really need to take advantage of the warm weather when we have it, because once the winter comes, we can't do anything with any of the crocs. So we're definitely going to have to try to work a lot more with them while it's hot, while it's warm, while we can, you know, in preparation for the winter. And like, as you guys know, I say this all the time, you know, now that we live up here in the middle of nowhere, we do make our living from social media. And I'm like, wow, the winter was hard because we couldn't really make any the content that people like. Now on YouTube, you guys, for the most part, most people on YouTube, I feel like really appreciate the sanctuary. They're with us. They see the vision. You know, a lot of YouTube people do, and we love you guys for that. But YouTube is also my smallest following, and so when I'm not producing Gator and Croc content, my views just tank. So what we're talking about is trying to do like, I don't know, like do like double videos or something, and then like stockpile them. That way we can air them through the winter, you know, videos from the summer, so we actually have content. Because without the Gator and content, or the Gator and Croc content, it was pretty rough through the winter, you know, financially speaking on that end. So maybe we'll have to do that. But either way, it is so exciting to have her, you know, here for 1 whole year today. You know, it was a year ago today. Savannah came. So we got her, you know, if you don't know, if you're new, Akila came to us from Gatorland, where she was in with, she is the offspring of Sultan and Blondie. Akila, you want this? There we go. So she's the offspring of Sultan and Blondie, and she was in there with her siblings, and she was the biggest of her siblings and was just beating up on all the other siblings. So Gatorland decided to give her over to us and as a gift, and we really, really appreciate that. You know, and Savannah and Danny came out and brought her here, and it was really awesome. It was just really exciting. Oh, Stallone. Hi, bud. Hi. We're gonna have to start learning manners here. Yeah. Stallone. Stallone. There you go. Yeah, so him and Dino, I gotta start working on teaching him some manners. Even though Dino, well, he was in the water. I didn't have a stick over there, but either way, I still gotta start teaching them some manners and how to come up to the stick and touch it and then get fed.
You want more? He's so cute.
Stallone. Stallone. Come here, buddy. Yeah, come here, big guy. Stallone. He's coming. Stallone. Good boy. Oh, look at that good boy coming over. Stallone. Come here, big fella. Stallone. Oh, don't be scared. Come here. Yeah. Come here, bud. Stallone. Don't be scared. He's still. Look. Stallone. Here. There you go. He's definitely a little nervous still. Yeah, I think most people would never imagine you have to earn the trust of a giant predatory reptile. They just think, you know, mindless killer. You know, it's like, no, they're afraid. You know, they're nervous. They're afraid of us. And like, I literally have to earn their trust for them to come up to me like that. He feels a lot safer in the deeper part of the pool. So that's why when I called him over, if you notice, he stopped on the edge of the shallow section. So he definitely feels more comfortable in deeper water. All right, so here is the beaver enclosure coming along. Pretty exciting. It's not that far from Stallone, so we just walked over. That's why I'm still wearing the glove for the meat. But this thing is huge. This is looking pretty awesome. It is so heavy duty because the beavers chew everything, you know. But yeah, it's pretty cool and interesting, like, to be in here and see how big this thing is. We have a lot of comments about, well, don't beavers, you know, don't they need trees to chew on? Yes, as all of our animals also need to be fed things that are not inside of their enclosures. It's been crazy how many beaver experts come out of the woodwork. You see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
But yeah, they're like, what are you doing? There's no trees. What are they going to eat? And I'm like, what? You think that the fox's enclosure just has wild animals in there that they eat every day? Like, of course, we are going to have to bring wood and other food in here to feed them every day. That's part of the animal care, you know? So in the wild, obviously, when they are collecting their own trees and eating their own stuff, they have a massive area. If we just left the trees in here and expected them to live off that, it would last maybe a month, if you're lucky. Not even, you know? So we're gonna have to bring it, well, speaking of that, that's why we have a special door right here. This is gonna be specifically for bringing in wood. So we're gonna have a regular small door over there, like what you see in our other enclosures. There's nothing there yet. But over there, we're gonna have a regular small door at the lockout, and then we'll have lockouts for the beavers.
And double doors.
Double doors. Well, that's what I meant, yeah. Like a human lockout. That's how I was thinking about it. Like a human lockout and then the beaver lockout. So we'll put the beavers in their lockout with food, and then we can open this up and then bring in like whole like limbs and, you know, trees cut and things like that.
We have a plan, you guys. Don't you worry. You know, lots of beaver experts.
Not really on YouTube, but Gabby's been going to war with people on Facebook.
Dude,
You guys stop reading comments.
They DM us too.
Post, ghost.
It just, no one has common sense anymore.
I know.
Why are there no trees in the enclosure? Because even if there were, it would be gone in a week. Well, then how are they gonna chew?
You gotta not read the comments.
By bringing the wood in.
Just post it, ghost it.
Just trust the process, you guys. Trust the process.
Yeah, post and ghost.
My favorite is when I post like the skeleton of the enclosure. Like, today we started on the enclosure. Where's the water feature? You guys.
Yeah. So
be patient.
This will have a water feature on that end. We're gonna put it down over there.
It's gonna be, it's very, I'm imagining it similar to like the Gators.
We've had a lot of people asking if there's gonna be like flowing water so they can make a dam. Not exactly. We don't really have the means to replicate that. It's just, and they don't, for one, they don't need it. They are kept in captivity. I don't know of anywhere they're kept in captivity where they actually make their own dams.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I don't think I've seen that anywhere. Maybe there is.
Well,
I haven't seen
We'll give them wood and they can, you know, do what they want.
Well, they're going to eat it, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But so far in my research on these guys, I haven't seen anywhere that does that. And to be able to do that, like to build it from nothing would be astronomical. So it's definitely not within our budget to be able to do that. But I did have a lot of questions about that one.
How much is our budget for this enclosure?
So I am estimating already this enclosure is probably going to be about $15,000.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the more expensive ones that we're doing.
The filter alone is like $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
How much is each post?
I don't remember. They're not cheap.
It's like $200.
We have to wire each post as well.
Yep.
Have you shown that? So that way they can't chew it. And then when are the beavers going to be here? So right now they're in captivity at a different facility. And then once this is done and we are ready, we will let them know, and then they'll come here. So they're just waiting over there until we're ready over here, you know. So just got to get this thing done. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of projects coming up. So get this done. The concrete canvas should be here probably right around when this is finished. It was a 2-week delivery, you know, 2 weeks out. So, and that was 4 days ago, I think, that they sent it, you know, they started that process. So I'm hoping that by the time this is done is right when the concrete canvas is gonna arrive. Although it's probably gonna take longer, honestly. To do that water feature area,
yeah,
probably gonna take longer, but yeah, so.
we gotta dig, yeah, concrete, the filtration, iguana enclosures.
Yeah, so, well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is get this finished, concrete canvas, really, we gotta get that thing going so we can make sure we like it, and then do the big order for the communal pond. The iguana enclosures, we gotta get done. We have some exciting new possibilities coming up too, that we might have to build some things for. Can't tell you yet, but some possible new, very exciting things. So we got whole lot of stuff we got going on, got to get building on here.
When are we opening for tours?
Bro, I don't know.
We're like halfway through the year already, so I'm like, oh my god.
Time is flying
I thought
by.
that this was going to be the year, but now I'm like, I don't know.
Well, so we want to do tours. We want to do tours because we want you guys to be able to visit. We have a massive amount of requests of people who want to visit. So we want to provide that service for people who are fans of the sanctuary. We also would like to make money. So that is a big incentive to be able to do the tours, is the monetary incentive. But realistically, we have so much stuff going on. It just, the days are so long, it's never ending. So like, I'm not sure when we're going to be doing that. We're still trying though, you know, it's still like on our radar to try to do tours, hopefully this year. But it's a lot. Okay, pigs. Okay, piggies. Here you go, Petunia. Hey, Julie. You got so much food on your back from the goats. And Daisy. Good girl, Daisy. Oh, why did you just wipe all that on me? Why? And we've got the 3 little pigs over here. Molly is still in a separate pen because of her surgery for her spay. Can you sit? Hi, Kit Kat. Hi, Kit Kat. The sweetest piggy, Daisy. And you, covered in food. When I go to feed the goats, Julie's always right up underneath them, trying to get scraps. And here are the 3 little pigs. Oh, you still don't trust me? It's okay. They're very offended still about, they're chasing them around in circles trying to catch one of them for the spay. It's okay. See, Wilbur forgives me. How about you? Yeah? Amy acts like nothing ever happened. Same with Wilbur. Puddles was definitely a little concerned still. You guys are fine. I know. Dude, I wish we filmed that. I mean, I wish we did, and I'm glad we didn't, because it was so chaotic trying to catch these guys, and they were just running circles around us. A little meat missile. Yeah. And here's Molly. Oh, it's okay. Don't be scared. So she's over in this little pen by herself so she can recover from getting surgery. Yeah, you got spayed. I know, you're not very happy with me. I know, it's okay. Don't be scared. Yeah, look at her. I know. I'm gonna have to earn back your trust now. Alright, time to feed the koalas. So there's Coco and Gigi. This will be Mr. Blanco. Alright, this will be Lola. There she is. And then here's Lily. There we go. So here are the Patagonian Maras, Timothy and Topanga. Hi, Topanga. Hi, sweetheart. How are we doing today? So remember, they are a large rodent species native to Argentina. Like a giant guinea pig with stilt legs. So here is Yue. You can hear Hazel in the background being impatient. There's Kira down there. After her tooth removal surgery, she's doing well. And here's Hazel. Oh, full attitude today, huh? Yep, look at that look. Oh, we're full of attitude today. Can inspect this food and decide if it's good enough. Just to reiterate where these things came from. Keep in mind, we have these foxes because they came from a fur farm in Iowa where they were just fed some kind of crappy kibble. They literally cannibalized and ate each other as they were crammed in little tiny wire cages, like 3x3. They never touched dirt before they got here, and then they had no protection, no shade in the summer, full sun, and then in the winter, no protection from the snow or the cold or anything like that. So they came from just absolutely horrific animal cruelty lives. And then they come here and they have huge, expansive enclosures with amazing diets. And then we have Hazel, who's like, this is garbage. She always looks at, every time I feed her, she looks at it with such like disdain. Well, it's not that she doesn't like the food. It's that she wants everyone else's food. So that's what it actually is. She actually likes her food. It's just that she always wants everyone else's food. And then here's little dude, the African crested porcupine, just giving us his good side as usual. Sounds like he's enjoying his food. So he's got spaghetti squash, he's got corn, he's got carrot, broccoli, celery, rodent block, leaf eater biscuit, Brussels sprout. It's got some good stuff in there. But, you know, not much to watch for a video because it's just his butt. So we'll go and close the door. Easy. We don't get all crazy. You can go, buddy. You're okay. You can relax. And here are some of the little finches. I'm very excited. So I just put down some new fruit for them. They have their seeds and whatnot, but they do really like picking through the fruit. Hi, Chloe. Oh, what are you doing? You playing with your toy? Hi, Chloe. Oh, free little taxi ride. Your food bowl. Same with Cupie. Come here, Cupie. Give me this foot. There you go. There you go. So I just fed all the parrots, and here's Olaf. And then here is Azula. Hi, Azula. Hello. Hello. Oh, you're so pretty. And then here is Bluebird. Hi, Blue. And then here's Suki. Hi, Suki. So here is Zazu. And then Petrie over here. They just got their food. And then we've got Rocky. Hi, Rocky. So Rocky's a Senegal parrot. He's a big talker, but not when you're right in front of him. So you'll hear him constantly whistling and talking and everything when I'm far away. Like when I'm over at the prairie dogs, you hear him all the time, but when I'm right in front of him, he's always quiet. And here's Jellybean. Hi, Jellybean. Oh, you got a blueberry? My good boy. My good toucan. There you go, buddy. So Jellybean is our keel-billed toucan. Favorite thing are usually the blueberries. And he'll do his little blueberry dance. Very happy about it. There you go, bud. Yeah. There you go. You so happy? You got your blueberry? He's got blueberries, got watermelon, kiwi, cucumber, and papaya today. Good stuff. Let's see, do you want... Here, have another one. You want to be pet today? You want to pet you? Oh, it's a good boy. Yeah, it's a good toucan. Good boy, Bean. Furry dog time. There, these little cuties. Hi, Coco. Oh, hi, Coco. I don't really trust you, Coco. You bite sometimes. And there's Cheeky coming out. Here's Harv. I feel like Harv is doing pretty good, taking his medicine and feeling better about everything. Here's Poppy. And there's Cheeky coming up, being so brave. If I can get in there, I'll give a piece to Cheeky. Oh. Come here, Cheeky. Want some lettuce? She's like, no. What? It's good lettuce. It's good stuff. She's not impressed. Oh, oh, Poppy. Poppy just flops in the bowl. Hi, Harv. How you doing? How you doing, Harv? Oh, you watching them, Clovey? You watching them prairie dogs? Yeah. Alright, so fresh food for the little parrot aviary. There's Maverick and some budgies. And we've got more budgies over here, of course. A whole lot of them. And then we've got these two goofballs climbing on me. Hi, Candy. Here's some of the budgies enjoying the salad bar. And we got a little cockatiel corner. Oh, Asami's ready, and so are the fennecs. Look at them. You guys ready for food? Are you ready for dinner? Yeah. Here's our chunk skunk. Hi, Asami. Oh, hi, big girl. What are you gonna get, huh? Oh, a pepper. Yeah, that was her old favorite. Still likes him, obviously. No nuts in there today, though, so she's going back to the basics with the pepper, I guess. But she took it away. Yeah, I guess she doesn't want to play today. And here is Jet the Fennec Fox. And we got Sierra back over here. So she's got some chicken right there that she's ripping apart everywhere. He's doing the same. Good boy, Jet. He's so picky. He's obsessed with that rabbit, so it's good to see him eating something other than rabbit. And then here is Miss Calusa the barred owl. So I just put down her mice for her. The sun is setting. Maybe she'll have some owl friends visit her tonight. How you doing, big girl? So remember, she is non-releasable due to being hit by a car. It was actually 10 years ago, and then she lived at the Hobe Sound Nature Center before coming to us. So she has a permanent wing injury that deems her non-releasable. And then you can see that's her bad eye that has glaucoma and cataracts. Check out those talons. Oh, big girl. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and give her her eye drops. We'll end the video. Thanks for watching, guys.